For Travis, the podcast was just sort of like a distraction, sort of ruse.
Just kind of like never been nervous about anything in his entire life.
Taylor Swift just turned heartbreak into a diss record again. And this time, the crossfire hit Travis Kelce's ex, Kayla Nicole. What started as a cute lyric on Taylor's track Opalite just spiraled into one of the pettiest showdowns between a pop icon and an NFL ex-girlfriend. So here's the deal. Taylor didn't name names, but she didn't have to. She dropped this line: "You were in it for real. She was in her phone." And Swifties instantly knew who that was about. Within hours, a now-deleted clip of Travis Kelce and Kayla Nicole arguing on date night went viral, Kayla recording herself while Travis begged her to put the phone down and drink the wine. Fans connected the dots. The girl in her phone was Kayla Nicole. Before Taylor dropped her lyric bomb, Kayla was already poking the bear. For Travis's 30th birthday, she posted, "I've loved you for 3 birthdays now, and quite frankly, I want them all." That line, word for word, comes straight from Taylor's Lover-era lyrics. Fans dug it up within minutes. So when Taylor finally used her pen to clap back, she wasn't being petty Swift. She was responding. The internet went crazy saying, Taylor basically told Kayla, "Stay out of my man's playlist." Now here's where it gets messy. Taylor didn't just call out the girl in her phone. She built the whole song around Travis leaving that kind of love behind. You finally left the table, and what a simple thought. You're starving till you're not. That lyric alone had Swifties dissecting every timestamp. They realized she was painting Kayla as emotionally distant, while Taylor swooped in as the woman who fed Travis what he'd been missing. Kayla didn't keep quiet for long. She hopped on her pregame podcast claiming her Halloween costume, a recreation of Toni Braxton's He Wasn't Man Enough music video, had nothing to do with Travis or Taylor. But come on, fans caught the subliminals. Tony's lyrics? "I chose to let him go, so why do you act like I still care about him?" And that just happens to mirror Taylor's new track.
Kayla Nicole is a gorgeous woman, so everyone's talking about that. But the lyrics of the Toni Braxton song are essentially, while your man is sleeping with you, he's thinking of me. The man wasn't man enough for me. It's clear shots at Taylor Swift and Travis, and she's talked about them a lot and taken shots.
Kayla swore the look was inspired by a childhood friend named Taylor, not the Taylor Swift, but the internet wasn't buying it.
Let me tell you something about this song. I've been listening to it since it came out. I have a very specific memory about it growing up. I had a white best friend. Her name was Taylor.
The comment section turned into a war zone. While all this digital chaos was going down, Taylor and Travis were seen walking hand in hand into the Polo Bar in New York City. And fans swear Taylor timed the dinner right after Kayla's podcast dropped just to make a statement. Insiders allege that Taylor joked about learning every penalty on the field except the one for holding too tight. Yep, she's fully trolling Kayla now, using Travis's NFL vocabulary for romance. Then came the ultimate flex, Taylor Swift's engagement announcement. Trump himself commented on it, calling her a terrific person after years of beef.
I think he's a great player. I think he's a great guy, and I think that she's a terrific person. So I wish them a lot of luck.
I'm not even gonna lie, Taylor played this like a chess game. She didn't tweet, she didn't argue. She just wrote bars that turned Kayla into a lyric example of what happens when you lose focus on a good man. And Travis, he's loving every minute of it. He literally said on his podcast that his favorite song off the album was Opalite. That's basically a public cosign of his fiancée dragging his ex. The real question now is, does Kayla clap back again or let this fade out? Because if she keeps talking, Taylor's next album might just open with her name in the first bar.
I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office, he was very hostile.
Man, the court footage shocked everybody. Diddy straight up broke down in tears after the judge confirmed his presidential pardon from Donald Trump. Nobody expected that moment. The same man the feds had dragged through every headline for years just walked out looking emotional, hands shaking, whispering, "I'm free." Now what's wild is how fast this went down. Just days ago, Diddy's appeal to shorten his 4-year sentence was still pending, and now the man's walking out of FCI Fort Dix. Inside sources allege the Oval Office signed the paperwork in total secrecy. But here's where it gets messy. Word is the pardon wasn't about mercy, it was politics. Some folks say Trump wanted to make a statement, reminding everyone he's still the man who can free anybody. Others claim this was part of a back-channel deal involving certain industry names that lobbied behind the scenes. And when Diddy heard the news inside Fort Dix, sources allege he collapsed on the courtroom bench, crying so hard the marshals had to help him stand. Let me break it down. Diddy had been locked up for a 50-month federal sentence over prostitution-related charges. He'd already done about 13 months, and most of us thought he'd ride out at least another year. Inside Fort Dix, sources told TMZ Diddy used to brag that Trump got me, promising to take care of the homies if he ever got out. Back then, even Trump confirmed that Puff Daddy asked for a pardon.
A lot of people have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
At the time, everyone laughed it off, but apparently that phone call between Trump and Diddy's legal team, led by Nicole Westmoreland, was very real. She told CNN months back, "We've had conversations in reference to a pardon." So this wasn't random, this was planned. Now here's what nobody's talking about, the optics. Remember, this same Diddy supported Joe Biden back in 2020. So why would Trump help a guy who publicly turned his back on him?
He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, he sort of, that relationship busted up.
Still, not everybody in the White House liked this. Reports claim several aides allegedly begged Trump not to sign the paperwork, but one anonymous source said Trump will do what he wants. But y'all, this also triggered heavy backlash online. Some people started saying this was proof the system only saves the rich, low-key hinting that there's veterans out here still waiting on medical appeals from 2020, but Diddy gets a Trump pardon in 2025? And that's what scares Diddy's camp right now. A pardon clears the sentence, but not the stain. See, this ain't over. A presidential pardon doesn't erase civil suits or sealed investigations. Diddy's legal team still has to face pending appeals and lawsuits linked to sex trafficking accusations. And now that Trump's name is attached, everyone's watching whether this pardon was earned or bought. Y'all remember, Diddy had the option to join the residential drug abuse program inside Fort Dix to shave off time. Finishing the program could cut up to a year from a sentence. Think about that. While everyone thought he was prepping rehab papers, man was setting up presidential paperwork instead. Whether y'all agree or not, one thing's clear. This moment flipped the culture. Seeing Diddy cry in that courtroom wasn't about guilt or innocence. It was about power. The same power he once flexed over artists is now being used for him by politics.
Friendly.